Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. It's a whole new week. Fantastic. Hey, Matt's back from DICE. I'm back from wherever the hell I was, and we're going to do the news.
Let's do it.
Let's get right into it. First news story of the day, GTA 5 info coming in a few months. That's stupid.
That's stupid. Well, apparently there's Max Payne 3 Q&A, and nobody could ask anything other than stuff about GTA, and they're like, listen, it's gonna be a while. Just keep your pants on. So, Mass Effect 3 has gone gold.
Yeah. In case you were worried the game wasn't going to come out in time.
It's coming out.
Yeah, Jessica Chobot face and everything. All right, let's move over to the news, the actual news. First up, Gabe Newell recently posted a follow-up to the Steam security breach that occurred in November last year. Previously, Valve had verified that the Steam database had been accessed, but did not know the extent of the compromise. Here's your update. The quote says, recently we learned that it is probable that the intruders obtained a copy of a backup file with information about Steam transactions between 2004 and 2008. This backup file contained usernames, email addresses, encrypted billing addresses, and encrypted credit card information. It did not include Steam passwords. So overall that sounds pretty damn shitty, but Gabe states that there is no evidence that the encrypted data has been compromised. Without the decryption key, the data is basically unreadable, unlike the PSN where it was all just on a giant text document. So you're safe, Steam users, don't worry.
So moving on, I don't know if you know this, but we got some connections in the video game industry.
We are known.
We are known. And so we got our hands on a PS Vita
Yeah.
a little bit earlier than most. And so we have a special guest,
Yeah.
Mr. Technology himself, or Wrecknology himself, Mr. Bruce Greene, to help us talk about the PS Vita. Yeah.
Hey, thanks guys. I am Bruce Greene from Wrecknology, and I'm here to review the PS Vita. Is it the successor to the PSP? We're going to find out. So comparing the PS Vita to the PSP is like comparing the DS to the Game Boy Advance. It's in just a league of its own, apples and oranges. The first big improvement the PS Vita has is the 5-inch multi-touch OLED screen. Obviously the PSP did not have touch. The touchscreen looks amazing, and it works really well. It's actually very, very responsive, and you can actually do a lot of things with it. PS Vita is powered by a quad-core processor as well as a quad-core GPU, one of the fastest and most powerful handheld things on the market. When you're actually playing the PS Vita, it feels a lot like a PS3 controller, but instead of so you've got the shoulder buttons up here, and then instead of the other shoulder buttons, you've got the rear touchpad, which is actually really cool. 2 analog joysticks right here, but you can't press down on either one of them. Not a big deal, though. It ends up being that it feels like a controller in your hand. It's really cool. So now we know this is Sony, which means everything's going to be proprietary, just like the USB cable. This comes in the box, and it goes straight to your USB or PS3 or whatever. But if you want HDMI out, I'm assuming you're going to probably have to buy an extra cable that's proprietary to Sony. There are 2 ways to get games on the PS Vita. You can download it from the PSN, or SEN as we're calling it now, but you absolutely need a memory card to stick in your PS Vita. They go 4, 8, 16, and 32 gigs. 4 gigs that start at $20, and the 32 is $100, so you can kind of get the pricing from there. You need them, though, if you're going to download a game. Or you can actually buy games in card form, just like that. And again, you will need that proprietary memory card in addition to the games. That's very, very important. So you can buy 2 versions of the PS Vita. There's the Wi-Fi version for $250 or the 3G version for $300, and that's 3G and Wi-Fi. Or you can actually get this bundle that Amazon and GameStop are selling, where they give you a 3G Wi-Fi PS Vita, 8 gig memory card, free month of data, and a free game from SEN, all for $300. That's actually probably the best deal. But if you don't want to spend as much money, get the $250 Wi-Fi version. Make a note that if you buy the retail version of the PS Vita, either version, you're not going to get that proprietary memory card. So you're going to need that if you want to download games or do anything with it, really. Now, at the end of the day, the PS Vita is a first and foremost gaming device. Has a very solid launch as well. So you got the Uncharted Golden Abyss, which I played, really solid experience, and the touchscreen really adds a lot as well. Graphically, Uncharted looks amazing. It's not the same quality that you would expect from the PS3, but it's very, very close, especially on a handheld device like the PS Vita. It looks really good. Surprisingly, Wipeout 2048 was the most fun I had with the PlayStation Vita. I played a ton. I didn't use the 6-axis motion controller. I had just turned that off and ended up steering with the joysticks. But Wipeout looks amazing on the PS Vita. It really does. Like, the handheld graphics will astound you. The only thing that was sort of iffy with Wipeout was the load time. So loading into a track took about 1 to 2 minutes. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. You know, there's stuff on the screen to distract you. Either way, I had a lot of fun playing it. Last but not least, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This feels like a direct port from PlayStation 3. Plays exactly like it does on the system. It's also got touch controls that you can tap on the screen and do, you know, certain motions and moves or whatever. It feels like you're cheating. Touch controls sort of work, but sort of not. You're just going to end up going back to controller. This is the only game we tested that also has the PS3 controller integration, which means you can use the Vita as a controller on your PS3 for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Works pretty cool. So there you have it, the PS Vita review. It's extremely powerful, it's also affordable, and it has a very solid launch, just all the way around. We're going to give it a full score on Wrecknology next week, and we're also going to break the PS Vita. Not right now, but next week. Thanks again, guys. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bruce. All right, moving over to your trailers. Actually, before we get to that, I do want to mention that we do have a live stream tomorrow for Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Be sure to check that out. Probably should save that for the end of the show, but whatever. We do whatever the hell we feel like.
The power of editing, we could have moved it, but we didn't.
Nah, we choose not to.
No.
Your first trailer for today is the Binary Domain multiplayer trailer. New trailer today highlighting the multiplayer for the upcoming third-person shooter, opposing forces, balanced teams in the city or the slums. Multiplayer for Binary Domain has a little something for everybody. Look for it next Friday on February 24 for the PS3 and the 360.
Next trailer we got is the only baseball game worth anything, apparently. MLB 12, the show Miami Marlins. Did you know the Marlins moved to Miami?
I didn't.
For strictly alliteration's sake, the Marlins moved to Miami.
Lastly, we got the Alan Wake's American Nightmare Mr. Scratch teaser trailer.
Yeah, Mr. Scratch. He's on the ones and twos. Dropping the dubsteps.
Incorrect. Mr.
Okay.
Scratch does love working with his hands, especially knives, like Gabe Newell.
Oh, yeah.
He has a real passion for the strangling arts, like Gabe Newell. Some call him a serial killer, like Gabe Newell, but he likes to be called a people person, unlike Gabe Newell. You can meet Mr. Scratch next Wednesday on February 22nd when the game comes out. Huzzah!
Hey, and they'll be dropping those
House
fat
party.
beats.
And a quick reminder, guys, we are taking on Screw Attack at Dave & Buster's on the 21st.
Ran into Craig at Dice, and he really wants to pee on Lawrence. So
Who doesn't?
So, you know, February 21st, it's going down his throat.
Yep, Arcadia, California. Come on down, support us, or scream at us, whatever. It's arcade games, drinks, and fun. If you're underage, you can still show up. Just can't have alcohol. And with that said, everyone, that is your show. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Okay. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. Click out, see all the stuff we talked about today. Follow Matt on Twitter, not me. You don't want it. I'm useless.
You can follow whoever you want, man.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, but before we get out of here, here's the best video ever. Bye, John. Because John edits the show, so we're saying bye to him.
Oh, I gotcha.